The Town of Spencer appreciates the opportunity to present this video in support of their Government Innovation Grant Awards application. Over the years, the Town of Spencer has used a number of different methods to collect information about code enforcement violations. Most recently, the process was entirely manual. Paper methods and spreadsheets simply did not provide the easy-to-use visual interface that was needed to efficiently track code violation cases. Address confusion was another issue. It was easy to make a mistake and reprimand the wrong property owner when simply working from a spreadsheet and not a map. Ultimately, paper methods and spreadsheets missed the mark. These methods, though able to be used, were very cumbersome and difficult to maintain, as well as leading to a variety of errors. In June 2014, the Town of Spencer re-entered the world of GIS and purchased an ArcGIS Basic license. Included in this purchase was an ArcGIS Online for Organizations account. Also, an iPad, Wi-Fi only, was obtained by the police department. To protect the iPad, a military-grade case was purchased. Initially, Spencer considered using the code violation for iOS application available from Esri to implement a solution. However, this implementation was out of reach. It required the use of ArcGIS Server. Instead, town staff used the framework provided by the local government data model developed by Esri as a basis for a simple point feature class published to ArcGIS Online. In this way, should Spencer acquire an ArcGIS server in the future, the data, domains, and effort on the initial project would not be lost, but instead be able to be easily transferred to a more robust ArcGIS server implementation. The implementation of this solution was done entirely without the use of a vendor. Using historical data and the Town Code of Ordinances as a guide, the Land Management Director and the Code Enforcement Officer identified which fields within the local government data model could be utilized and what additional fields needed to be added in order to match the violation abatement process. While doing so, they also identified which fields could be defined as domains or pick lists to make data collection simple and accurate. A web map was created that contained the published feature class and additional background data, such as parcels, streets, building footprints, addresses, and sanitation routes, that was needed for reference while the Code Enforcement Officer was out in the field. The free ArcGIS Collector app was loaded onto the iPad for data collection in the field. With minimal training, the new Code Enforcement Officer was easily able to use the device to collect code violations in an offline editing mode. Once back in the office, he is easily able to synchronize his edits. Every afternoon, data collected and stored in ArcGIS Online is processed in ArcGIS Desktop through a model built by the Land Management Director. After connecting to the point feature class for code violations, a point and polygon operation is executed so that the property ownership information is then associated with each point. Also, the X and Y coordinates are calculated for each point so that should the information be lost within ArcGIS Online, it can easily be restored. And finally, the data is exported to an Excel spreadsheet so that violation letters may be generated using a mail merge and sent to the appropriate property owners. The ArcGIS Online web map, coupled with Model Builder and ArcGIS Desktop, has been a game changer for the Town of Spencer. Staff are quickly and easily able to communicate about different code violation cases, and that discussion almost always starts with the map. What was a previously difficult, cumbersome task has become an efficient workflow, and most importantly, the main goal is in sight. Employees are able to use GIS to protect the quality of life in the community and ensure the health, safety, and general welfare of the residents of Spencer. When implementing a solution to a problem, it is not necessary to reinvent the wheel. Such was the case with this application. This project serves to prove that even very small jurisdictions with limited budgets can achieve success with GIS. Thank you for taking the time to learn more about the Town of Spencer's implementation of GIS to support code enforcement activities.